I'm looking to get picked up by someone like IFC or HBO or something like that, kind of like to do a, you know, a Henry Rollins type thing. I don't know how many of these things I'll be able to get, but the interview that I'm about to get with Mr. Aiello, I think it's going to be great. He was gracious enough to grant me the interview. So with that having said, we're going to go inside, grab the interview, and I'll see you guys in, I don't know, about 10 minutes or so, all right? And remember, the most important thing in this country is the First Amendment, all right? God bless Howard Stern. God bless Bill Mayer. Getting an interview with Danny Aiello here at the Blue Note. The infamous, the famous, depending on where you were schooled, educated.
Jesus, don't compare me with that.
No, not Vince. I mean the quarterback from the Bears.
Oh, all right.
No, not the jerk off WWE.
Talking about wrestling.
No. I wouldn't do that to you.
Yeah. All right. You got questions?
Yeah. Here we go. So, on your set tonight, does your routine vary at all? Like you do covers and then like every set the same?
Basically the same. We insert each show, we put something in, we take something out to just give us a little bit of energy that we're doing something quite different than what we've done before.
So it's not like a play where you're doing the same goddamn Shakespeare thing.
That I wouldn't enjoy doing that.
Right.
And I don't think the musicians will either. But also, it's not only singing, but I also do a chronological order of my life, starting at the age of 6. And we hope that we don't get boring doing it, but we attach songs to meaningful moments in my life, and that's the way I remember these incidents, through songs that I recalled at the time. And some people find it very interesting, at least I do. And we do it succinctly. In other words, I don't overextend myself. I do it short,
6. The best of things are yet to come.
I go at the age of 6, I go to the age of 12, I go to the age of 17, I go to 20.
That's
and
really...
each time there's an incident and a song attached to it that the people find amusing and interesting. And people, you know, I have sort of an obligation because I'm an actor. When they come here to see me, most of them probably who have never heard me sing before and say, well, this guy, God knows if he can sing. I hope I'm not embarrassed for him. So I feel an obligation. They know me as an actor, but they don't know me as Danny Aiello. So what I do, the actor that they're seeing for the first time, I tell them stories personal about my life. And they find that very interesting.
So in other words, you kind of fuse the two things.
Absolutely. It's definitely fused together so that people feel, there's no, in other words, there's no editing. It's just a straight flow of a little story, a little connection with the audience in terms of speaking and then singing.
Well, I think from the few movies I've heard you do little tunes to little girls and women. I think you're fantastic.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that, Miles.
I have to say,
miles and miles and miles of news, baby.
Yeah, miles of news, miles of memory. You know, Miles Davis.
Miles of memory, Miles Davis.
That's my .com name, milesofmemory.com.
Oh, is that it? Yeah.
Yeah. So that
you chose one hell of an artist.
Miles Davis stayed in my house for 2 weeks when I was 4.
Are you serious?
Yeah, my dad knew Weather Report and Chick Corea and Herbie Hancock and all those
guys. Did your
guys.
father play?
Laguna Beach.
Yeah,
he's a teacher actually. He got his PhD from Berkeley in sociology, and he's a jazz piano player. So, what else is on the horizon for you as far as?
2 movies opening. 2 movies will be out within the next couple of months.
But that's Brooklyn.
No, Brooklyn.
That's old. So you got 2 new ones.
A new one called The Shoemaker, a Broken Soul, SOLE. It's a trilogy. It stars me and Judith Light and other people. It's about 9/11. That should be out, well, actually in September. And then there's another movie with Jennifer. I'm going out of my mind.
Leslie Ann Warren.
Yeah, Leslie Ann Warren. I said Jennifer.
She's dynamite.
Leslie Ann Warren. She's still terrific. Still looks great. She plays my wife in a movie called Stips, a wild comedy.
That's gonna be fun.
Jane Curtin hit it out of the park, by the way, with the kind of, you know, she fell into that kind of stereotypical thing from Saturday Night Live, and it really opened up some eyes in that movie.
Miles, I'm going to tell you something. Opened my eyes too. You wonder why it did? When the kid come over to me, the director, writer, come over and he said, I got Jane Curtin. I said, man, she's a comedian.
Right.
He said, this woman's going to play my wife, and this is
serious shit here. Right.
He said, Denny, I want to know. I probably could have told him I want someone else. But I wasn't about to do that, not to a first time. You know, he's not first time director, but he's relatively new. his reason for utilizing her was not only because of what he felt about her acting ability, which he felt was fine, but she looked exactly like his mother. Exactly like his mother. When they were both in the set, I was referring to them by names. In other
You'd
words,
be like,
I
hey
told his
James,
mother
you'd be like,
Jane,
listen, asshole,
and
that's
I was
Jane
talking
over.
to her. And
Right,
that was-
right. That's
And then I
fantastic.
saw the movie and started working with her.
It was all
She's brilliant.
23-day shoot.
That's right. She was brilliant. You saw her.
Yeah, I saw the behind the scenes, and
Right.
that's what got me to be like, because I'm kind of like a celebrity stalker who don't get, I'm not gonna,
That's all right.
I'm not gonna show up with the cinnamon bun in the Starbucks. It's at 6:45 tomorrow. We're done here today. You know what I'm saying? But I go to, like, when I see Crispin Glover or Rebecca Miller or Paul Schrader or Terry Gilliam at IFC. This is the only, I've mailed out 90 packages to Hollywood,
Right.
and they go like this at CAA. They go, anybody know Miles Del Rey? No, you know. So that's just the way it
It's
is.
the business.
You know. So
Yeah,
I
but
was.
you make a niche for yourself.
But here's
You do what you have to do.
the kicker with you is that, like down to Tribeca Film Festival, which I really had a mixed. I had a great time, but I thought it was just really a bad festival in that $25 seats, non-accessible, really rude staff and cops like were treating me like I was an
Like
assassin.
no one cares.
When I'm just trying to get my DVD to Andy Garcia or Forrest Whitaker or a producer and just
Right,
get a
right.
picture and you know I met Bobby Duvall and I met Bruce Stern and that was great. I did a little Jack Nicholson impersonation and he came up to me. I was getting my stuff together and he came up and he said you know what? I looked over and there's Bruce Stern and he said, you know what? No one's ever said the way you said that or as nice as you said it, and you said you got it, kid. And I just started crying.
Well, that was great, man. That was
But
great.
I'll
But
wrap
you
it
know
up.
what you do, Miles, listen, you find your niche. You understand? Sometimes the door doesn't open where you want it to open, but the door eventually might open if you went in a different direction. Sometimes straight approach to actors or is not the way to go. It's very difficult. It depends. Your approach will always be the same, but the reaction of the person you're talking to may not be what you want to hear.
Of course.
Because people are people. Some are jerk-offs, some are nice.
Right.
You know
right.
what I mean?